suplex. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live remote show of Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming to you right here at Firehouse Subs. Where is it? Where are we located, Chief?
5905 Southeastern, Suite 109.
There you go, our monthly show down here. Hello, everybody. If you're here and you can hear us, you're here, let them hear you on the show. Let's make some noise. Not bad for 3 people. But anyway.
Don't give away the secrets, man.
Don't tell no one.
Matt Mullen to my right, Chief at the end of the table. Now, you'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, 2 empty seats here. We had some guests that we have invited. However, they've chosen to take their sweet butt time. They're sitting in the back somewhere here having their meal, and they should be up here with us. So we'll see if we actually allow them to come back up during the show. But we'll leave that as it is for right now. Chief, do you have a very special thank you that we want to give out over this regarding this past weekend?
I do. And most of us were at Sam's Town this weekend, so I want to give a shout out.
Give it some energy, Chief. Let them hear you.
I want to give them a shout out to Impact Wrestling. I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Scott Hosey for setting up the tickets for us.
Right on. Power Play Sports Collectibles. We appreciate it. Folks at Impact, a lot of wrestling. Great. We'll get to Bound for Glory in a bit. And some other. We really didn't talk much about, Crown Jewel we kind of touched on Saturday, right, with Demolition.
You realize that we had 4 days of wrestling.
Yeah.
We had the signing Friday.
Right.
With
The Good Brothers.
Thank you. And
right.
then Saturday we had Axe and Smash, Demolition. Then we had Impact.
Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory Saturday night, and then
right.
2 house shows Sunday and Monday. That's a hell of a lot of wrestling.
That's a lot of wrestling. And then we're here tonight.
So, Mr. Scott, thank you very much, sir.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Power Play Sports located where?
At the Boulevard
Mall.
We actually didn't practice that, as you could tell. Anyway.
Because we said so.
All right, so listen, we have some great raffles tonight. I'm going to show one of them. Actually, we just posted a picture of it. Mr. Producer, I don't know if you can get a close-up of that or not. But this is a signed picture of 2 legends of professional wrestling, Mr. Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, courtesy of Power Play Sports Collectibles. I will leave that right here on the table, hoping that – can you get a shot of that, or do you need me to hold it up, sir? All right, I'm just asking, dude. Plus, we also have 2 mystery envelopes of who knows mystery signed photos, courtesy of Power Play Sports. And, of course, as always, our grand prize – there's a trip for 4 or 2 adults and 2 kids to Cancun, courtesy of iLifestyles Global. There you go. There's your picture there. So these are our raffle prizes tonight. Come on down. If you are within the earshot of our voices, you have until 8 p.m. This is a 1-hour version to come down. All attendees get 1 free raffle ticket. However, if you want to increase your chances, tickets are available at the door for additional tickets. All right, gentlemen. Shall we get started with some rumors? I hear voices.
Certainly.
Rumor is Bronson Reed was booked to work Bound for Glory this past weekend, but that was changed for no apparent reason as to why it was scrapped. Your thoughts?
Money.
I don't know why it was scrapped, but I was really hoping somebody was going to show up. Bronson Reed would have been a cool addition to pretty much any match on that card.
Chief?
Bronson would have been good. Strowman would have been good. Wyatt would have been good. But I think sometimes it all comes down to contract and money.
Absolutely.
Cash and creative.
Just as long as it's not WWE's creative.
Rumor also has it, you mentioned Strowman and Bray Wyatt, that because deals could not be reached with them, because they were heavily rumored as well to be part of this weekend, and that didn't happen either.
No, it didn't.
True.
But we did get a great Japanese wrestler that appeared, Mr. Suzuki, and he put on 2 hell of a matches.
It was great to see him. I know the crowd popped, that's for sure. Last rumor. Rumors going around that we will get Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns again for the main event at WrestleMania in April.
Speaking of WWE creative.
Speaking of WWE
can they
creative.
create something new
right?
At some point in their lives?
Things never change.
That's right. Chief?
Will I get in trouble if I do a Jake salute?
Considering that the owner of Firehouse Subs might be watching, I would ask that you save it for Saturday, sir.
Okay.
How's that?
I really.
You can call it a Jake salute. Some may know what it is.
It is a Jake salute, and I really don't care about the match. I think they need to come up with something else. They've got some people that are on the roster besides those two that can do just as good a job. Put the girls in again as the headliners.
Well, we'll see how some of these new draft exchanges work out to some new storylines moving forward. So, interesting. So, do you guys want to go into Bound for Glory results, since that is the latest card that we had in town, or you want to go along with some of the news and highlights that you have there on the WWE?
Let's go with Bound for Glory.
All right, Bound for Glory it is. There you go. See, it's a democracy around here. Okay. Jordan Grace won the 6-person match to become the first digital media champion for Impact Glory. Impact Glory. Bound for Glory, Impact Wrestling. My goodness. I'm getting all nervous about the Syndicate not getting up here, for crying out loud.
I don't care.
About that match?
Jordan Grace,
Mm-hmm.
I made a comment to Matt earlier. Out of all the women wrestlers that were on the shows this weekend, Jordan Grace was definitely the top professional female there. And in my opinion, she deserved to win that match.
There you go.
I think if Impact Wrestling was going to have a digital media champion and Matt Cardona didn't automatically win it, it's stupid to begin with.
That's a good point.
Having, out of the 6 people that were in it, I guess Jordan Grace, I guess I can live with it until Matt Cardona gets it, because that belt don't make no sense till then.
You know, I just heard somebody say, is Jordan going to become the standard now for Impact?
There's only one Tessa Blanchard, and she's never going to touch her.
Well, if you follow Jordan Grace's social media platforms at all, you'll understand why she is.
I still don't understand it.
You don't? Wow. All right. Well, maybe that's just not your style, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So that takes care of that first match. Eric, where are we? The Inspiration made their debut. I know, to the delight of.
Called it. Called it.
That's right. Defeated Rosemary and Havoc, Decay to win the Knockouts Tag Team Championship.
Called it.
They need to learn some wrestling moves.
I'm hearing some noise behind me here.
I don't care.
So we'll just go on with the show without them, I guess. That's all. We'll see what happens at break time. But
if they keep going, I'm going to give them a Jake salute.
Anyway,
Believe me.
Chief and I thought that the chasing of the title coming out of the gate would have been a better direction. But to say that the place blew up when Inspiration came out would be an understatement.
And when they won it.
And when they won.
You know, it did blow. It blew up. And the crowd, the crowd went wild. I'll give them their just due.
Mm-hmm. We know Matt was very happy.
Yeah.
Giggity.
I thought he was going to poop his pants, personally.
It wasn't that giggity, but it was giggity.
It was close.
I'm just getting a quick look at our picture that just was up on the screen. I want everybody to know that was not the moon that Aaron was shooting over Matt's shoulder, but that was the back of the head of one of the gentlemen behind us, if not both of them. But anyway.
Chrome domes.
So, so the Inspiration made their impact, dare I say, on their first night at Bound for Glory, winning the tag titles. Where's their storyline going to go from here? What are your thoughts?
To a rematch at Turning Point.
Okay, for Decay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Chief, what do you think?
No, I agree with Matt on that one.
Okay.
It's going to be a rematch.
All right. Is it the 30-day rematch clause that the WWE has totally ignored over the last, 5 years? The 30-day rematch clause, or did they not do that
I think
anymore?
that's a thing of the past. They just do what seems to fit in that couple minutes.
All right. Triple threat for the vacant X Division Championship. Trey Miguel defeated Steve Macklin and El Fantasma, which, by the way, I thought was an absolutely brilliant match. Absolutely loved it. I could slide the banner over and just, cover them up. But anyway.
That'd be a good idea.
Would that be a good idea?
Yeah,
Okay. No. You guys talk about the triple threat. I was very impressed.
I think it's a good idea. We'll block them out.
It was a really good match. As much as like Trey Miguel was like the face of Impact, I was surprised that it was only the first time he's won the X Division title, but it's awesome that he's finally X Division champion. That's a much better view, by the way.
You know, Trey's been with Impact, 4 years now? Something like that. 4 years? 4 years? And
It's been like 3-4 years.
He's always produced. And
I mean, he was the first time I've seen him. That whole, and then it was just crazy. He just impressed the hell out of me in that match.
but they,
Trey Miguel.
as you said, they all, it was one of the better matches during the night.
Yeah.
And it was.
Absolutely was. High energy.
Yes.
There
Very
was
much so.
no hesitation, no break. It was constant.
Not at all.
And Trey Miguel wins the belt.
Exactly.
Tag team, Heath Slater started off in a handicap match against VBD, not knowing if Rhino was going to come out or not. And at the very beginning of the match, it looked bleak because Heath started off the match by himself, and it ended up being a handicap match until about, halfway through?
4 minutes, 5 minutes.
We finally got the payoff from Unicon.
And
well, yeah, they talked about it at Unicon during the shows. Not knowing, Heath wasn't sure whether Rhino was going to accept or not.
exactly.
And we saw that he did.
And it showed that it did.
Much to the delight of the crowd, for that matter.
Right.
That was like the worst kept secret of the show is who his mystery partner was.
Right? All right. Moose won the Call Your Shot match, the gauntlet match.
Yeah, you did.
Your thoughts on just that match? I don't want to talk about the main event just yet. We'll get to
I
it.
was hoping Morrissey was going to win it.
Okay?
I heard somebody make a comment at the arena that if Morrissey keeps going, maybe he'll get re-signed with WWE. That could be a possibility down the road. It's all according to what kind of contract he signed with Impact.
True. I was really hoping for Strowman to debut then and take that spot in the main event, but didn't happen. So I was kind of hoping Morrissey was going to win if it was up to that crowd, but and deal with Moose.
Well, at the end, for the main event, who knows, right? Everybody saw what happened. But it was I thought it was a great match.
Yeah.
And who was it at the beginning that went just about one of the first two guys that came out?
Chris Sabin.
Chris Sabin. I mean, he was in there a long time. He was one of the first two guys that came out and started.
Motor City Machine
Yeah.
Gun.
All right, let's talk about one more match, and then we'll get ready for break here. The Good Brothers defeated Finn Juice and the Bullet Club to retain the Impact Tag Team Championships.
Hell yeah.
That's right. Was there any doubt?
Good Brothers for life.
I don't think so. Cut
to commercial.
Yeah, let's go to commercial this time. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming to you from Firehouse Subs. We're going to go to commercial. Hopefully, we'll be back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
If inspiration is the beginning, where does it lead? Experience the 2021 Mazda 3 sedan and see where inspiration can take you.
Grab the brass ring in a 2021 Mazda 3 with exclusive FSW discounts at Findlay Mazda. Get Garth today at the Valley Auto Mall.
All right, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. Coming to you live from our monthly remote here at Firehouse Subs, 5905 Southeastern, Suite 109. And finally making their way to our table where we expected them to be as guests at the top of the show. The Sin City Syndicate joins us to hopefully join in on some wrestling conversation.
I think the old guy just medicated himself down here.
Hey, may I see that? Oh, sure. So I'd like to point something out, Garth. I heard them thanking people for a Unicon. He thanked some old guy that collects baseball cards.
Yeah, the glorified baseball collector.
I collect cards. I'm so cool. But he didn't thank the Syndicate. Did you hear a Syndicate thank you?
No.
All right, you know what? Before we go on any further, what do you say we draw a raffle prize right now? We're going to draw a raffle, our first one.
It's going to get interesting.
Let's start up with one of the mystery envelopes.
Make sure I got my ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This will be one of the mystery envelopes of unknown quantity of signed pictures, which we will see. So just shake them up good. Why don't we have the young lady at that right back there? She can pick the first one. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. There you go. Winner gets this envelope, which has some autographed pictures in it. What is the last couple of numbers there? 051 on the red ticket. If you have 051, you are the winner of this envelope of mystery photograph signature. 051. Anybody? Anybody from the... Oh, there... Wow, and the speaker...
Someone that actually deserves the win. I like it.
And the speaker is
Late
pointing in
than
her
never, you know what
direction,
I'm saying?
too.
I mean, it's a little late. But
Liz will
she
bring it
got
over to you. All right, good job. Congrats. Let us know who's in there, just out of curiosity, if you want to open it. Okay, let's go back and finish up the last two matches that were at Bound for Glory. Mickie James defeated Deonna Purrazzo to win the Knockouts World Championship. Gentlemen, somebody, Matt?
It was a good match. It was surprised to see like all the former WWE people just sweep Impact, but it was a good match.
Look, Mark, I'm just going to say that Mickie James, there's a great retirement facility right up the way it's called Anthem. She needs to ride off into the sunset and just go away.
See, we disagree on this one. I enjoyed the match. It was good, and I enjoyed the outcome. Overall, good storytelling.
Chief, what is your thoughts on Mickie winning?
Who?
Mickie James?
I'm in agreement with Chief down here.
Hardcore country, whatever.
Weakcore country.
First, you take pictures with the man. Now you agree with him?
Who?
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your sets or volume right now.
You know what? I think it's time.
Oh, my God. Is Otto Von Clutch coming?
Did he just
Ladies
take his
and
teeth
gentlemen,
out?
we've gone to the King of the Hill.
We're all going to
Now,
get gummed to death.
If you all really want to say something, be my guest. If not, let's continue the show.
Main event.
It's a wrestling show, not smart comments.
The main event, Josh Alexander defeated Christian Cage to win the Impact World Championship Wrestling. Probably had one of the shortest championship reigns ever. When Moose decided to cash in his call your shot win with Josh Alexander's wife and kid in the ring while they were celebrating. Chief.
I think it was a good call. The only thing I didn't like about it is that the young fella and the wife were in the ring. That part of it should not have happened. Okay, the child should have been out of the ring.
I'll give you that one.
For the safety factor.
It was an instant classic of a match, though.
Totally
The
agree.
first one.
Totally agree.
That was greatness. I couldn't get enough of it. I was clapping. I was screaming. I loved every bit of it.
After getting an opportunity to interview Josh Alexander and seeing how hard he worked, I was happy that he won. Is not happy with what happened that quickly, but hey, you know what, Matt? It was his right to call his shot, turn in the trophy when he wanted to, and in a way, it was not a bad plan after going as long as he did in a very brutal match against Christian Cage.
That was the most heelish way to win a belt. Dear Lord. The look on his kid's face, he played it up like none other. It like just ruined that family's whole freaking thing in like 3 seconds.
Are we still going to Disneyland?
Wow.
Can't afford it no more. No more bonus.
Wow. Wow. All right, let's change gears a little bit. WWE report, of course, tonight, NXT. Matt, why don't you share with what's going on in NXT tonight? What's special about their show?
Tonight is NXT Halloween Havoc. It's their special show. We got the debut of Sepha Fatu. Couple title matches. I don't know if we should spoil anything from what I've read so far.
Please don't.
No. Want to watch it.
Please.
That means I can go heel on both of you right now.
Hey, can I do something serious?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mandy Rose won the NXT Women's Championship tonight.
Well, that's no surprise.
That's no surprise.
Go ahead, Chief.
Chief. On a serious note, though.
Did you put your teeth back in yet, by the way? Okay.
I'm not going to.
All right.
This show is not sponsored by Fixodent.
That's it. 3/4 Halfheimers. 30. Anyway, shout out to Mr. Joe DeFalco, who lost his mom. That's hard for all of us. And Joe won't be here this Saturday for the show that they're putting on. So, the family, and we know who we are. We need to reach out and help out. So, shout out to Mr. DeFalco.
All right. I want to mention some comments in the chat room. Sean Hyde says, where are all the outrage fans yelling about Impact using former WWE people? Oh, that only happens to AEW. Let's see. Mr. Shark says, no, I won't write. I don't want to read that one.
Why not?
Please do.
Syndicate,
Please do. What did he say?
Syndicate don't know great wrestling. Sean Hyde says, Mickie James is not just a former WWE person, Matt. She was on the first TNA show. And
Shows how old she is.
And Shan follows up, the cash-in concept is being overused in wrestling nowadays. And I don't know if I terribly disagree with that.
It's like once a year?
I was going to say, overused once a year. I mean, per show, it stacks up to a couple times a year, yes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're different brands.
It's like one woman, one man. There's one in Impact. Ring of Honor don't have it. AEW don't have it.
Overused.
Speaking of the next Money in the Bank, it is at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
July.
That's right.
Am I right? July?
As a matter of fact, on the Thoughts Count Anywhere page, and I know it was shared by many others, the WWE pay-per-view schedule for the majority of next year has come out. Make sure you check that out for some of the events. But yes, Money in the Bank will be here at the stadium in Las Vegas.
And for you jabronis.
No, to everybody, buy your tickets the day of.
And for you jabronis, you don't know who may end up going and becoming a syndicate member. You just don't know. So keep the guess.
What'd you say, Trader?
So,
I saw the picture.
what
You got some
picture?
explaining to
What
do,
Pictures
actually.
don't always tell all the words.
What picture?
You're talking all this crap about the Syndicate, but who's the one of three of us that's featured on their page?
What picture?
Huh, buddy?
Matt. Why'd you do it, Matt?
There ain't no pictures of this.
Oh, yeah.
There's pictures of you two.
Thank God.
Please hold while your party is reached.
If one of you can get the picture, I will put it in front of the camera here so everybody knows what you're referring to. But in the meantime, let's keep moving here. Let's talk about what happened on SmackDown Friday night with the we kind of touched on it a little bit on Saturday, but the little big brouhaha of the belt swap.
Oh, with
All right, well, if you yeah, we got to put it over here so that Mr. Aaron, sir, if you could zoom in on this, I'm going to shift it over just a little bit.
Camera one.
Huh? Or if you guys, either way.
They don't know how to
you can-
do that.
yeah,
They're
they
two
know how.
jabronis.
Jeez. So now there's heat apparently on Charlotte backstage, leading to people starting rumors about the possibility that she's trying to figure out how to get out of her contract. maybe, all the talk of AEW, all that stuff is going on right now. So let's talk about Charlotte's current situation.
That's because Dad's not there to support her.
Okay. But they say she's had an attitude for quite some time backstage, so forever that's
They
worth.
say that
Can't really blame her after what they did to her
They
dad.
said somebody else had an attitude too, so
Who was that?
Tessa.
All
right. She's getting ready to be on TV, isn't she? Huh?
I guess so.
So maybe it wasn't true, and maybe this with Charlotte's not true either.
You know what? It could be. I don't know. I'm just going off of reports that are being put out there on social media. So I just thought I'd ask your input on all of that stuff.
Well, I just gave you my input.
Okay. Jim Duggan was released from the hospital. Hopefully he's recovering very nicely. He had emergency surgery. We talked a little bit about that on Saturday. And Carmella and Corey Graves, for anybody that cares, announced their engagement. Anybody getting their wedding invitation? Right? Right. As Carmella's head was smashed into the announce table a couple of times on Saturday by Liv Morgan. But anyway. Okay.
Wonder if Morrissey's invited to the wedding.
Jeez. Oh, one other thing that when Bound for Glory wrapped up this weekend, the working arrangement, the partnership between Impact and AEW also ended. So, what is your guys' thoughts on whether it should have continued? Are there new partnerships on the horizon? Maybe. Just give me some feedback about whether the partnership even was worth having in the first place.
My first thought was why the Good Brothers have been on AEW and Impact.
Because of the partnership.
So now they're strictly on Impact.
Correct.
Yep. For now.
Why don't you repeat what he said?
Christian's contract is with AEW. The Good Brothers contract is with Impact. Therefore, with the agreement ending, the Good Brothers will stay on Impact, and Christian will stay on AEW.
Christian's no loss anyway, so that's
I think that partnership didn't really do a lot for Impact in the long run. They did have Kenny Omega as champion for a minute, but if AEW really wanted to help Impact, they could have sent a lot more talent over there and done a lot more stuff. But I think it was mainly just for the elite to get the Good Brothers on AEW without getting their contract, honestly.
I think it put a lot of eyes on Impact that may have forgotten that Impact was there. So I think Impact got what it needed. Now, could it have been better done out? Absolutely. But again, eyes went on Impact that haven't been there in a long time.
True.
My own included.
Opens up some opportunities
Definitely.
here locally.
I start looking at it and start thinking and say, okay, if the Good Brothers are going to stay on Impact, who are they? Who's going to challenge them?
Within the last 24 hours, I don't know, the Bullet Club might be the number one contenders.
I mean, that's the only one I can think of. And how many times are you going to wrestle? Well, shit, WWE does it with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I guess Impact.
All right. What on a pole match? I didn't hear that.
Too sweet on a pole match.
Too sweet on a pole match?
The first
Whoever
one to
gets
grab
to-
it is the only one that can actually use it.
continue using it. All right, we're at the bottom of the hour. So what I'd like to do is we'll step aside for our next break. When we come back, we'll give away another raffle prize. And then you bring up something interesting, Garth, that you said about, or maybe it was Chief who said about opening up opportunities here in town. I want to talk about something that Chief and I started talking about before the show, and that was what do we need to do locally to perhaps provide a better wrestling product. So with that, hold your thought until we come back from break. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere, our monthly remote show, coming to you from Firehouse Subs here on Eastern. We'll be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
If you order Firehouse Subs online or with our app, we'll have those delicious, melty subs boxed, bagged, and ready to pick up with rapid rescue to go. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
All right, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. Come to you live from Firehouse Subs in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. The regular TCA crew is here. Aaron, Chief, Matt, and finally we were joined by the Sin City Syndicate to give us their thoughts on the overall landscape of pro wrestling. But before we go back to our conversation that I brought up before break, I think it's time we pull another raffle ticket. And for this, we're going to give away the second envelope, the sealed envelope that was hermetically sealed in a mayonnaise jar on the porch of Funk and Wagnall. And if anybody knows what that relates to, you're as old as I am, if nothing else. Yes, I am. There you go. So we're going to pick it. Just make sure that's shaken up good there, Miss Liz. By the way, let's thank Miss Liz for taking care of raffles tonight. All right. Hold that applause. Your appreciation is overwhelming, ladies and germs. All right. I'm going to pick the winning ticket for this envelope of surprise. If I pick yours right now, I'm going to go play at the casino. What's your last three numbers? No, you tell me first. I asked first. I run the show. You tell me. You don't trust me?
Here, I'll read it.
BR 549.
6048.
Would have been easier if you told me first. He said 3 numbers. I know. One again? Wow.
Clean sweep.
I did say 3 numbers. No wonder why your sales are down this
go
month.
sell a baseball card or something.
Ooh,
No one said the syndicate were educated.
Ooh, I pay people to stand outside my store.
Oh, my goodness.
So anyway, we're going to get back to
Yeah, so let's
wrestling
get.
now.
I want to have that conversation. I think it's a nice roundtable conversation. What can we do? There are a handful of organizations here in town, and yet it would be nice if we can figure out a way to grow the overall independent wrestling scene here in Las Vegas. Chief, what are your thoughts? We'll start with you, and we'll come around.
You know, I look at it, and we've been out here long enough to watch independent wrestling at all 5 venues, during the last 10 years. And there's a lot of great talent that's here now. There's been a lot of great talent. To me, there's a lot that needs to be cultured to put on extravaganza shows. We could put shows on out here collectively with all the organizations as good, if not better, than what we saw this weekend. Just my opinion.
You're absolutely correct in that one. You've got Versus, you've got FSW, you've got BVW. You also have the new Super Beast compound. I think each organization has their strong and weak points, but the pool of talent, as you said, they need to put down all their differences. I think we need to have a sit-down summit. We need to get all the brain trust in the room with a neutral party and put on a kick-ass show. I think that we could tear the roof off of this city and show the bigger companies that this is the place to be, especially for independent wrestling.
I agree with Garth. All the promoters need to put their differences aside and do what's better for the product and the community and put on a good show. It seems like a lot of them just get complacent with the production and the crowds they have and are just satisfied with that. There's nobody out there that wants to keep pumping it out like a better product, do a little more to make each show better. Somebody needs to grab the bull by the horns pretty much and see what they can do with it.
I think we need an outside group to start something that's separate from them and take the good from all of those and create something.
Yeah,
that's just my
definitely.
personal opinion.
What'd you say?
I'll say one thing. if there ever comes a time that there is going to be a summit, I know the perfect person to act as the moderator, and I'm not going to give the name up, but I know the perfect person to be the moderator and to have the final word on the decision making.
Pipe. You know, not to rain on the parade here, but
But you will anyway.
Unicorns and rainbows. I don't see that summit happening anytime soon. That's just the honest to God truth. I mean, I've had conversations with everybody at the heads of these organizations, tables, however you want to word it, and it's not going to happen. I don't see it happening. I don't mean to be negative, but I'm going to be negative because I'm going to be honest. I don't see it happening. I think the best thing we can do is, as a fan base, grow ourselves so we can better drive the progress of wrestling in the Las Vegas community. And I don't mean that to sound mean towards anyone in particular, but fill the seats. Help the promoters feel that they're, you know, if eyes are on the talent will get recognized. If they're wrestling in front of 5 people, yes, I mean, they're going to give it everything they've got, but it's not the same feeling for them, I guarantee you, not that I've ever wrestled, as if they're wrestling in front of 200 people. They're going to give a better version of themselves every time when they've got more people to show, and that in turn is going to elevate them to that next level, which will help us grow. As much as I'd like to say, you know, let's have a come into Jesus talk with all the heads of the table, I don't think that's going to happen. So what we can do is we can put the eyes on the talent and help them gain confidence in themselves to become better.
One of you mentioned down there about the attitude of the performers or the talent needs to change. I don't remember if it was Garth, it was you, or it was Chief. But I think leadership starts at the top.
Absolutely.
Okay? Leadership starts at the top, and by that, obviously, I'm talking about those who run the organizations or the powers that be that make decisions within or whatever. Until the realization settles in that with the economy being what it is today, and there are choices in this town for entertainment, including all the wrestling with everything else that's going on, we need to entertain everybody that comes into town. Why should visitors not want to see a show at Versus or BVW or the Beast Compound or FSW or whoever's here when they come visit Las Vegas as part of their entertainment options? But until that changes at the top, I don't know that the summit will happen unless something incredibly different shakes up the wrestling industry here in Las Vegas.
I think one of the things that I've seen over the years is that the wrestlers at the companies, the storylines get stale very quickly. And when you have a great pool of talent in Las Vegas, but that also comes over from Arizona, Utah, and California, you could put on some hell of a shows. There's no doubt about it. Okay, that's not rocket science. That's just a fact.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, Chief, but I've said multiple times there'd be nothing greater than in Vegas, you know, every other weekend you have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday show leading up to, and the costs make sense to where people can hit all the shows. Again, I just don't see it happening.
I've cut back on going to shows, and the reason I've cut back on going to shows is because the products got stale. And somebody said it here, it comes from the top and it goes down. So if the top's getting stale, why should we fill the seats if the product's not going to change?
I think the draw on like the regular like Vegas tourist or something like that, it's all production value. They want that wow factor of, holy crap, what am I walking into? Like when Vampiro had that little thing at the Rio, everybody walked into that thing like, holy crap, what is this? But I think to draw people in, you need like the production value that everybody could upgrade in and stuff like that. Because even with the wrestlers, once they get good enough, they're on the bigger and better pastures. You can't really focus too much on the wrestlers too hard. I mean, you focus on them, but you can't base your whole thing on like this one wrestler because eventually he's going to get signed to WWE, Impact, Ring of Honor, or wherever he goes, and then.
I'm not talking about one wrestler. I'm talking about across the board. I go to all of them. I've gone to BVW. I've gone to FSW. I've gone to Versus. I've gone to the old wrestling show that was at the garage. Okay, I've gone to a lot of shows in this city, and what I'm saying, there's a lot of good wrestlers.
There are.
But the product, the matches, it's over and over and over the same thing.
I'm sorry, Chief. I just want to mention something about the production value that you guys are talking about. Look what the Vegas Golden Knights do for home games. People come just to watch almost the introductions and the entertainment of all of that going on before the hockey game even starts. So the production thing, I think, is a draw for those who, when they come to Vegas, they expect certain things. And I don't mean to cut off the conversation, but we do have one more break we have to take and some more raffle prizes to give away. And so let's do that right now. We're going to step aside for our final break here on our monthly remote show, coming to you live from Firehouse Subs, 5905 Southeastern Avenue. Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be back. Suite 109. We'll be back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
If inspiration is the beginning, where does it lead? Experience the 2021 Mazda 3 sedan and see where inspiration can take you.
Grab the brass ring in a 2021 Mazda 3 with exclusive FSW discounts at Findlay Mazda. Get Garth today at the Valley Auto Mall.
All right, welcome back. We are into our final 15 minutes or so of our monthly remote here. By the way, before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we want to thank everybody here at Firehouse Subs. The crew and everybody, let's give them a round of applause for doing their due diligence. Michelle and company, we appreciate Firehouse Subs support. Sean Hyde asked in the chat room a few chats ago about wanting to know what was in the envelopes that our raffle winner won. And so, Chief, in 30 seconds, please describe the response we got.
Well, I don't know. I've got to way home and talk to Bodie. Well, that's what I wanted to bring up. You know, we're talking about wrestlers in the city of Las Vegas. We've got a 14-year-old that can go over the top if we support him, okay? If the ownerships do what they need to do. And that's where it starts. It starts at exactly.
Is his picture in that envelope at all? Who did you have
very
in that?
soon? It will be.
You don't know who's in there.
Who did you have in the envelope? Just throw out some names.
I heard The Godfather.
Well, hold on, Ben, help her out. I don't want to divulge her identity because that may hurt as to why she doesn't know who these people are. Or yeah, that's okay, but we won't mention names. We'll just say Mrs. Jones.
We won't talk about Bodie's mom, Laura Chapman.
Okay, who? No. Hang on.
We
Go
won't
ahead.
mention her.
Nah.
Marty Jannetty, Godfather, Rob Van Dam.
The Ice Cream Man.
Who else is in there? Some half-naked chick. That could be anybody on the strip.
There's a Leo Rush. I see that on the top.
Hey,
Leo Rush.
Hubcap.
Leo Rush was in there. Who else?
Damn, I forgot that.
Yeah, you can hold him up to the camera. He's got the camera. I can't see who that is.
That's
from this
Winter.
Winner.
Oh, Katie Lee. Okay. Well, there's a delay. There you go. All right, so that's a good bundle of pictures in there.
So anyway, getting back to it, we do have a 14-year-old youngster.
I think Chief wants to make a point. Go ahead, Chief.
Hell yeah, I'm going to make a point.
There's the
Damn
There's the
right.
chief.
Chief's taking over the last 15 minutes. Anyway, Mr. Bodie, Viagra. Don't bend over. No, I can't.
Now, all right. Whoa! Time out. As I say in my classroom, give me 5. Okay. Before we go any further,
Anyway,
You might put 5 on it.
Anyway,
oh, she's redder than the bucket for Firehouse Subs.
Bodie
Wrap up because we got to keep moving.
Bodie has such a great future coming
Yes.
up, and that's the type of fella who needs to be able to wrestle on any freaking program he wants to in the city of Las Vegas.
There you go.
The Chief over and out.
All right. Now, before we go any further, I just found out that the Sin City Syndicate sent a quick video into our producer without us knowing about something that happened at Unicon. Something that happened
Just
during
handling
some of the
business.
matches.
That was all it was.
Excuse me?
Just handling business.
All right. So, Mr. Producer, whenever you're ready to roll it for them, and I guess I can get Garth's or Brandon's comments. Run it when you can.
Is that? Oh my God! Oh my God! Is that Garth? Is that? Oh! Chair to the head from Garth. What is happening here at you?
Alrighty, well, essentially, because I like Shade. I've known Shade for a while since I got into the Vegas wrestling scene. Shade's a good guy. Wouldn't you say, Garth? Stop texting.
I agree.
Thank you. Pay attention.
Boss was talking to me. I'm sorry.
All right, I understand. I understand. So, shut up, Shant. God. So, I like Shade, but essentially, sum it up. The boss sent a direction. We followed the direction. The direction was teach a lesson. I feel like Shade and his back learned a lesson. That's it. Garth, anything to add?
Pay attention, Garth.
Oh my goodness.
We were
Don't
chatting.
you have a signature to sell, or forge or something?
Well, while you guys are...
We were strategizing.
The only guy
down
in town
here.
that sells signatures without any certs. Makes you wonder.
Since they claim that I'm a traitor, these two that I work with, we were strategizing.
I've never claimed anything. A picture speaks 1,000 words. But I do want to...
Shay decided to run up on somebody. We were handling business
So
at
did-
Unicon, doing our thing.
So the fellas
and
wearing hats
decided
with
to
bald
get his
heads
bump
too,
his gums
so,
and
you know.
I want
we
to,
just had to take care of
share.
business.
I want to share a comment in here that Sean Hyde put in the comments box. Don't talk about a 14-year-old and Viagra in the same sentence. I don't know.
It's okay if you're Catholic.
I don't. I did. All I did was I just read the message.
He never left the locker room, though.
And they freaking lost this weekend.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
never too soon.
By the way,
I'm going to pick Penn State, you homer.
I am not from Sandusky, Ohio. By the way,
freaking homer.
so
We've all been marked safe from Alec Baldwin today.
Hey,
Oh, my
hey.
God.
If you're not going to stand behind Alec Baldwin, feel free to stand in front of him.
I think it's a good time to give away our next to last raffle item, ladies and gentlemen. Our next
least
to
we know
last
he's not
raffle,
shooting blanks.
our next to last raffle item.
Give him a month.
Mr. Producer, turn everybody's mic off but
Should I
mine
tell
for
him about
30
the Amber
seconds,
Alert
please.
in Washington, D.C.?
Hey, I'm
Oh,
just
my gosh.
I'm just sitting down here minding my own business. What the heck?
I need some of Chief's blood pressure pills right now.
All
All right,
that
so we're
guy in
giving away the
Washington, D.C.
signed. We're She called
Is
you
the
again,
ink
huh?
still wet on those from Scott signing them earlier?
The signed picture of... Shut up! The signed picture of Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson is what we're giving away right now.
And they didn't go to Penn
Ben,
State.
Ben, would you please let the lady know next to you who they are ahead of time in case she wins, please? Last 3 digits. 065. 065. Oh, our ticket winner won, who cleaned up last time we were here, by the way. We still have one more prize to give away, and that is, of course, a grand prize to Cancun. Now, before we do any of that, Miss Liz, does the staff at Firehouse Subs have their tickets? Want to make sure they have everything? Okay, very good. Thank you. Because you guys are eligible to win the trip to Cancun if your number is said pulled. Okay, so we have about, how much time, Mr. Producer? 9 minutes, which means we have about 7 left to keep chatting before we give away the trip to Cancun.
You know, it's really been a pleasure tonight. And I am talking into the mic. Turn it up.
Check, check. It works.
Hello. Can you hear me? Test 1, 2.
The Chiefs ran has been sponsored by the FDA because whatever pills he took are freaking working.
Freaking Canuck. That's you, not me, buddy. I got news for you. Aaron, I think you lost it tonight.
Sean High just got the notice for us. Our show has been canceled. We're part of the cancel society now.
It was nice while it lasted, guys.
Hey, I do have a serious note, all joking aside. One of our wrestlers here in Las Vegas had a serious injury this week. Miss Faye, please get well. We want you to get back into the ring as soon as you can. Shade, keep us updated, please. Faye, we love you.
Absolutely. Sean wants to know if I'm ready to go to unsportsmanlike conduct right now.
I am.
Oh, my God, Sean, it's only Tuesday. But anyway, all right, couple other things I want to mention. Guys, you guys saw Live 10, did you not, this past weekend?
Who?
Live
I did.
10?
It was awesome.
Talk about that for a moment. Let's
It
give
was
them some pop.
Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, Live 10 with Matt Cardona, Brian Myers. They had a bunch of surprise guests. It was a really cool show. I had to bring the Good Brothers over. Yeah, it was over at the Nerd.
Is that where I saw the video of Chelsea Green riding the big thing at the Nerd?
Yeah.
Okay. We won't describe the big phallic thing she was riding.
It's funny. They got the white one up there and they got a black one to the side.
You know, I think
You would notice that, wouldn't you?
that boy's strange, man. Strange.
I put the Power Play Sports sticker on it.
Oh!
One last comment I want to make before we give a shout out for our raffle prize. World Series started tonight. Braves, Astros. Your
Braves.
pick. Braves.
Braves in 4.
Wow, sweep.
Braves in 5. Sure. Astros will cheat and get 1.
Got an Astros in 6. I'm rooting for Atlanta because they're the last
Aaron,
team I
can you
can't
name
hate.
2 players on the Astros?
Who?
Called it.
Check, please.
I win.
The funny thing is,
Game,
I
set,
know,
match.
I know who he's talking about.
And hey, wait.
I know who he's talking about because
he's.
there's a friend in their connection somewhere, but I know who he's talking about.
Wait.
Apparently not.
Wait.
We're
Brandon.
not friends anymore.
Brandon, you hear him talking about me and everything? There's the guy that needs medicine right there.
You're talking about Carlos
the
Correa.
producer. He needs medicine.
I don't know anyone on either team. Why does that make us need medicine? We just don't watch baseball.
Says the guy wearing a baseball jersey.
Oh, my God.
I love the crickets. The crickets over here just chirping.
All right. Before we're already canceled, so I don't even know if anybody's still listening to us out there anymore. But Thomas Burnett says this is the last remote show. This is the last show, actually. Okay.
Where is Thomas Burnett? Didn't he say he was coming?
Yeah, Thomas Burnett, where are you, dude? You were supposed to be here tonight.
He texted me and said Uber was too damn expensive for him to get here.
Oh, where's his brother? His brother's his Uber,
his
isn't
brother
it?
was working.
Oh, okay. Someone what? Oh, gotcha. All right, it's time for our final grand prize giveaway, our trip to Cancun. Trip for 4 or 2 adults and 2 kids. 5 properties are available for selection, so make sure everybody takes out your red ticket. We'll give out the last 3 digits. I'll see if did you want to try again giving out the last 3 tickets?
Sure.
Last 3 digits. All right. There you go.
7. No, I'm just kidding.
MSRP is?
That doesn't exist anymore. Now it's market value.
That's right. 1,000 up.
0, 5, 3.
Did you take the tape off the bucket this time?
No, Liz handed her the tickets.
Wow.
Liz
All
kept
right.
them for herself last time. Now she
So
got them.
before you leave, I
Wait,
need your
wait.
contact info. Hang on. Before you leave, I need your contact information so I can get it to iLifestyles Global. They will reach out to you within 36 hours with all the details. Okay? Ben, thank you. All right, Chief, go ahead. I'm sorry. Chief?
The lucky winner, do not confer with my wife about going on the trip.
All right. Well, congratulations because you got the hot tickets tonight. You got 3 out of the 4 prizes. Congratulations. What is the last Tuesday in November? Whatever
Right
that
after
is,
the
we're
last
those
Monday.
days.
no before the last Wednesday. Whatever date that is, that's when we're supposed to be here next. Huh? For the remote show.
The last. See, I told you the boy needs medicine, man. I'm telling you.
All right, tentatively right now, Tuesday, November 30th is the last Tuesday. That is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Huh? Saturday? Okay. Any day that ends in Y. But anyway.
Go Astros.
Hey, excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me.
You sound like Vicky.
That's okay.
Excuse me.
Mr. Garth has got something he wants to talk about.
Trader said what?
Oh, you're talking about the big announcement? Yes. Okay. Well, the big announcement is coming soon. There'll be a big announcement.
Jeez.
Ooh, how exciting.
Stay tuned.
The last Tuesday where we will hopefully be back here at Firehouse Subs is November 30th, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. There'll be a special run on turkey sandwiches here that day. No, I'm only kidding. So stay tuned for that, and we will be back on the air, hopefully, maybe, possibly, after today's show, who the hell knows,
And all
on
joking-
Saturday from 9 to 11 right here on our Facebook page.
And all
Back in-
joking aside, support the syndicate.
Okay.
Are you trying to get a deal on something?
Is there a company car? All right. With that, everybody, thank you to our guests who decided to finally join us here. Want to thank everybody here in the restaurant for showing up tonight and being part of our show. Thank you to Firehouse Subs staff and everybody, Michelle and crew here. We appreciate it. And thank you, as always, our fans. We appreciate it. Come back again, November 30th. But this Saturday, we will be back in studio from 9 to 11 a.m. on the Go Live Vegas studio and right here on Facebook. Download the Go Live Vegas mobile app as well. Don't forget, go visit Power Play Sports
Saturday.
Collectibles for all your needs for holiday gift giving,
Saturday.
Firehouse Sub certificates, everything else that you need.
Saturday.
I'm afraid. What? Saturday?
Everybody come out, support the local independent scene this weekend. Saturday, there'll be a show at Versus at the Boulevard.
That's
followed
right.
by the FSW show Saturday night. And as we talked about earlier, there'll be a young gentleman who will be running both shows. So come on out and see young Mr. Bodie. Back to you.
All right, with that, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you on Saturday. Have a great night, everybody. Be safe. Be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all we have. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching.